First thing I asked the kids was, have you heard of polio? And, well, one person did. And I said, well, have you been vaccinated? It was a Sunday morning. Got up in the morning and I couldn't do up my top collar and my tie. I was heading to church. So I had to get my mother to help me. And then I walked out the front door and I collapsed. I couldn't get up, and so they helped me to the couch, and I stayed there for a few days. And the doctor came along and he says he's got polio. I didn't know why my mother was crying, because I didn't know that they didn't expect me to survive. So they took me down to Riverdale Isolation Hospital, and I was completely paralyzed. I remember for 2 weeks I was in isolation completely, and my parents and minister were the only ones allowed in. They had to wear gowns and a mask and so forth. There were about 6 of us in the ward. I do know that some of them had problems that they would have for the rest of their lives. So there's quite an experience and quite a lot of people out there. One fellow showed us the right leg was half the diameter of his left leg. And that was what was left over from polio. Another woman just has had no use of her right arm since she was a child and had polio. Not being vaccinated, you're endangering your children, and you're endangering other children around, because you could carry the virus and pass it on without knowing. Polio is an airplane away. Have you been vaccinated?